What's up, everybody? I'm B-True, and today I have some new Datamined information about the Reaper of Souls expansion for Diablo 3. Now, some of these changes are really going to change the way that the game is played, so make sure you pay attention here. Now, in one of my previous videos, I went over the new stat caps for things such as your movement speed, your magic find, your parry, all that stuff. But recently, new Datamined information has said that the stat caps for crit chance, crit damage, and attack speed have been removed. So there's no longer a cap for your crit chance, crit damage, or attack speed like there was in the previous Datamined information. Also, as you can see down here, there's a few new achievements that have something to do with torment difficulty. Okay, you can see the word torment difficulty used a few times. We don't have a lot of information on that. We're not exactly sure what torment difficulty is, but it looks like it may be something that's a little more difficult than Inferno, maybe something you can control, kind of adjust the stats and the difficulty. So we'll see when we get some more information. I'll let you guys know about that. Next, as you can see, there's a picture here that doesn't look like a lot, but if you focus on it, it looks like your skill tabs at the bottom of your screen, or when you're picking your skills. So as you can see, the very noticeable change here is that there is now a 4th slot for your passive skills. Now, this is going to increase the diversity of builds, make big changes for each person, and with the addition of the new passes for each class, it's also going to give you a way to kind of build your character the way that you want to build them and make them completely unique to you. Now, speaking of unique, we also have a few new unique legendary affixes. Some of them are changed, at least one of them is brand new. So just real quick, one of them, summons a fetish army after you kill 2 elites. So after you kill 2 elites, you get a fetish army with you. Not sure how long that's going to last, but I mean, a fetish army is obviously going to help you a lot. Locust Swarm lasts almost forever. Another Witch Doctor skill lasts almost forever. That could mean, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, who knows what that means exactly. While casting a town portal, you gain a protective bubble that prevents interruption and absorbs 50% of the damage. Previously, it said that there was an immunity bubble, which basically, the way I took it, meant that you could just hit town portal no matter where. If you have 1 health left, hit town portal, no matter who's around you, you can't get hurt, and you instantly teleport back to town. So I thought that was a little overpowered. That kind of made the game a little cheap. I'm glad they did change it. But now you can't be interrupted, so depending on where you are, it absorbs 50% of the damage, so you have a chance of surviving now if you get into a tough situation and you try and just town portal out. Next, when you kill an enemy, it explodes for 500% of your life per kill as damage to all enemies within 20 yards. You are no longer benefit from your life per kill. Now, this is something that kind of goes along with some of the other legendary affixes, like the thorns, to everybody around you, or your life per second changing into a death aura around you. This is another thing where Blizzard is trying to make stats that don't really matter, stats that people aren't looking for, like life on kill. Who do you know stacks life on kill, or even cares about life on kill? Because right now it's such an insignificant amount that it really doesn't matter. So this way, you take your life per kill, even if it's a small number, you now get 5 times multiplier on that does damage to everyone around you when you kill an enemy. So if you steamroll through a bunch of enemies in a row, you get all these explosions. They kind of chain react off each other, help weaken enemies around them. It's kind of a neat stat, neat, unique legendary that you can kind of chain kills, kind of speed the process up a little bit. Not sure, how important it's going to be, how much people are going to look for it. It's going to be one of those affixes that are kind of nice to have. Like, if you get it, you're not going to really complain about it if it's on an item that you already want. So it's kind of cool. See how it plays out. Next one, this one is new. Enemies slain while feared die in a bloody explosion and cause other nearby enemies to flee in fear. Now, I'm not exactly sure, if anyone's really going to want this. Once again, it could be just another nice thing, but from my experience, you don't really want enemies running away from you too often, because it slows down the rate you're able to kill them. But we'll see how people like that when that comes out. And also, there might be some more changes that come out with it. And then, finally, this is the biggest change. This is the change to Lifesteal and the way Lifesteal works. So as you can see here on this picture, Lifesteal is less effective when you are a higher level. Okay, so as you go up in level, your lifesteal is going to become less and less important. It's going to help less. So now, when you're at level 60, your lifesteal gains a 0.1 times multiplier. Okay, so if you have 100 let's say if you have 10 lifesteal, okay, 10 lifesteal, you now have 1% lifesteal. Alright? That is huge. So most people are having around, let's say, 6%, somewhere around there. So now you have, 0.6%. That is such a low amount. Lifesteal is basically going to become entirely useless in the expansion. You're not going to be able to just stack DPS and lifesteal and become a god anymore and just out-heal all the damage you're taking. It's going to make the game a lot more strategic. And then you can see here, at level 70, lifesteal no longer functions. So at level 70 in the expansion, lifesteal is not even going to work anymore. It's not even going to be a stat. It's not going to be something you're even going to want on your objects because it's just a wasted affix that does nothing. So now you're going to have to focus a lot more on defense, a lot more on your life on hit, and other ways to keep yourself alive. So this is really going to change the way the game works. It's going to make it a lot more strategic, a lot more defense oriented rather than just stack damage all day. So something that a lot of people are probably going to have a problem with, but I like because it's going to change the game. And it's not just going to be, just steamroll enemies all day. Now there's going to be strategy involved, and it's going to matter. You're going to have to focus a lot more on how you play your character. It's going to be a lot more strategic, which is what Blizzard said they wanted all along. So, guys, let me know what you think about these new changes down in the comments below. If you liked the video, you found any of this information helpful, please give it a like. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with all the future changes and all these new data mined information that's coming out from now until the expansion comes out. And guys, everybody, please have a great day. People who are defensive and like hardcore characters definitely want to look at getting. Now, next, Frost Hydra now periodically casts